when my daughter graduated, she did say this to me. And as a father, you'll know this when your daughter comes to you for the first time, you know, before going to her mother, she came to me, and I'll never forget these words she said to me. I love how you're laughing before I even get to it. You know, it's a moment, and I'll never forget what she said to me. She came to me and she said, Dad, I need to talk to you. And I said, really? And she's like, Dad, I want to be serious, and promise me you don't do this on stage. I would never do that, honey. And then she said these words to me, Dad, I want to have a party. Yeah, I was like, you came to the right guy, honey. I threw parties in the 90s that people are still at. They're just still going on. I'm your guy. They can't get out of the party. They're just in the party. Oh my gosh, Dad, we can have it. We hugged. And she said, Dad, you're the best. I'll help you do everything. She's like, oh my gosh, Dad, one thing. I go, anything, honey. She's like, Dad, can you not come to the party? To my face. Yeah. What world are we living in? But I still had to set the party up, right? I got to go in the backyard. There's a pool back there. I'm setting out speakers. I'm bringing out food. I'm sitting there. Okay, let's get this here. Her and her friends do nothing. They just look at me, not helping at all. And all I said to them, at a certain point, I said to my daughter, I go, hey, tonight during the party, make sure no one throws these speakers into our... Thank you. Even little nice Salt Lake City understands you don't do that. Because a lot of you here tonight, the first thing that we used to do at a party is go, oh, that's gone, okay. My daughter just looked at me and she goes, Dad, I don't have friends like that. It's not that type of party. Really? Well, your friends are lame and this party's gonna suck, honey. I left my own backyard. I wasn't mad, I was disappointed. There's the difference. I ended up at Chili's. I don't even know that place was still open. You know who was there? Other sad dads that had been sent there. And we were all sitting there eating burgers, watching the game. I got sent here too, I know. I wanted to go, you're not allowed. Oh, before I knew it, someone sent me over a margarita, and then another margarita came over. And before I knew it, that Margarita Voice was like, dude, you should go back to that party. Before I knew it, Abracadabra, I was back at the party. I showed up in that backyard. These kids were tripping. All of them were sitting around in different circles. They weren't even listening to music, you guys. They were listening to NPR and dancing to it. How is that even possible? Just dancing to knowledge, yes. No rhythm, just words being spoken to me. Another group of kids were in a circle. They go, I got the SAT on Saturday. I was like, put ointment on it. It'll be gone by Monday. Don't worry about that. Another group of kids were like, I hope I don't have to go to community college. I was like, why not? They're like, it'll disappoint my parents. Right then, I was like, oh my gosh, I really must have disappointed my parents. I'm still technically enrolled in community college. But then it hit me as I was walking around the party. I was like, these kids are so smart. And I felt good. I was having a moment. I was like, you know what? These kids are smart. They're different than my generation, you know? They're gonna get us out of this mess. I felt really good. I was having that moment. And as I was having that moment, I saw my little girl, and she's walking towards me. And I was about to hug her, and then she says, Dad, what are you doing here? You're gonna ruin my party. I was like, honey, someone needs to save this party. And I'm the lifeguard to do it. And right then, as I'm thinking that, I started hearing that Margarita voice again. It was like, dude, you should throw those speakers in the pool right now. Oh.